I'd like some Trews, here is some Trews right now. I'd like Trews with bad sound, here is some Trews right now. With aeroplane noise all over the audio, here is some Trews, here is some Trews. Bow. We found that jet, it's up there. I'm not bothered about that jet anymore, are you? You're not, are you? You've got over it. We cared about it for a while, didn't we? Where is that jet? We still haven't found it. Where's the jet? We still haven't found it. Where's the... Well, I don't know. I can't... Bottled fresh air goes on sale in China in our internet special. Bottled fresh air has hit the shelves to cash in on health fears, which we created, over pollution in China. These are the guys that sell you the bottled air, these little fellas. It's a shame really that China has become this... Well, I don't know what it's really like because I've never been to China, but from what we understand, it seems like it's a deeply empirical, regimented society where people sell air. I mean, like I was learning yesterday about Lao Tzu and Zhuangzi, these philosophers. Lao Tzu believed that there was within us an innate vision for a divine society that we had to unlock. We have to unlock heaven and bring it about. Powerful ideology. Whereas this Zhuangzi believes that if we're just open to the flow of the world, that goodness, calm, serenity will become abundant. That's counterintuitive because our instincts as human beings is a kind of a materialistic lower chakra drive. We kind of like, even someone like me who's a bit hippie, like I still think, no, we've got to bring around this idealised society. I'm still driven by the idea that work, effort, quite sort of, I suppose European ideas are very, very important. But this philosopher called Edward Slingerland said to me that that's just an idea, that working hard is something ethical. It's a Protestant idea, as a matter of fact. It's like a Calvinist, Lutheran idea that you've got to work hard. These ancient Chinese thinkers, a lot of the ideas of whom have been lost because their work simply ain't been translated and it isn't prominent. They saw the world totally different from us. Scientists, let's sting him on the penis. University scientist Michael Smith decided to find out where the worst place to be stung by a bee was and discovered it wasn't on his penis. In the name of research, I do this for research. I love research. I like to search something, and then once I've searched it, I do that again. Research, I call that. Mr. Smith chose 25 locations around his body, including forearm, testicles and cheek and the palm of his hand. Grasping a honey bee in forceps, he held it up against his skin until he was stung, and repeated the exercise up to 5 times a day. I thought bees die when they sting someone, so like this bee, what an annoying thing to do. Like vegans won't eat honey because it's out of order to nick it off the bees. I ain't done no experiments. Here's my conclusion. It really hurts and it's horrible. Like, how much further do we need to go down this avenue? But what if it gets up into my body and stings me there? What if I marry the bee and then I love it and I nice it and then it goes down my little pee hole and stings me there? You dirty bee perv. I really don't want to get a sting in the nose again. That's not fun, he told The Independent. You only seem to like getting stung on nuts, you dirty devil. A sting on his penis, rated 7.3 out of 10 pain-wise. That's made up. It's not a real thing. He just... I say it's about 7.3, the old dicky sting. You, mate, are wasting time. That's why our worship of science as a whole irritates me, because I think science, of course, we've got loads to be grateful for. I'm not one of them people who get rid of science. Just saying, recognise its limitations, that it can only address certain materialistic questions, matters, areas. There's loads of things like this. You know, when you're a kid and like they put that on the news, like the FTSE 100 index, you go, this is bollocks, right? That's what you think it is as a kid. You're right. It's a load of old bollocks, it turned out. No, it ain't. You just don't understand it. You're just a kid and you're an idiot. I'm pretty sure it's bollocks. No, you idiot. You've not understood. You've not understood our way. When you see all them numbers go across the screen when you're little, you think, I don't think this means anything very much. You're right. Artist to live inside bear for 2 weeks. Art, also bollocks. Everything's bollocks. A French artist has begun a piece of performance art that will see him spend 13 days inside a bear. Adrien Pontcheval will eat, drink, sleep and relieve himself inside the sterilised carcass of a bear while being filmed by 2 cameras. He's first performed Dans la peau de l'horreur inside the skin of a bear at the Centre of Contemporary Art in Dean last year. Am I being an idiot? It's just like when like Duchamp's urinal was like, oh, that's not, mate, that ain't art, that's just a urinal. Or Damien Hirst, that's just a load of dots or butterflies. I like Damien Hirst's art, and I thought René Duchamp's pissoir thing was a work of genius, showing us that context was what's important. But by the time you're going inside the skin of a bear to do a wee-wee, what can that teach us? Well, so living within the animalism, we human beings, we've become so sanitised, and even our own body has become a zoo with us reduced to simple managers of our own body. What vitamins will we intake? What kind of experience of the world will we have? But just tell me that. Don't go and live in a bear. He previously spent a week in an underground hole beneath a bookshop in Marseille. I am Abraham Puncheval. If you want me, I'll be under the bookshop. Think of my French farts. But then, on one hand, I am always arguing that the problems with our culture is we've lost contact with those kind of rites, rituals and ideas, and we live in a sterilised, sanitised world. And then poor old Abraham Puncheval tries to create a bit of art, and I criticise him for that. It's like I'll never be happy, never be happy, because my expectations are too high. Crows are as bright as children. Darling, we've been together 3 years now. I love you. You love me too, don't you, darling? I do, actually, yeah. I was thinking, is it time for us to get a crow? Yes. Crows have the reasoning ability of a 7-year-old. 7-year-olds are not very reasonable. If you ever tried to get one, I had one once around my house. I goes to eat these vegetables, and then you can have the ice cream. And then you can watch the cartoon. This is what ended up happening. It watched the cartoon, and ate the ice cream, and it wouldn't eat the vegetables. And it did this by refusing to accept any of my advice on nutrition. So, that just tells us crows, as I've always suspected, are the bastards of the sky. Look at me, I'm like a Daily Mail journalist. Art is pointless, science is a bunch of hokum, and crows are dicks. Alright, so that was some truths. It was about some interesting things, wasn't it? Crows, art, science. Now here's some analysis from deep down in the core of the human mind. Fortunately, deep within us there is a direct connection to the divine. Ooh. There is part of our being that is beyond the personal self. No! You can consciously choose to identify with that part rather than with the psyche or the body. What? Because I identify a lot with my body. Oh, it's nice, I've got a tattoo on it, I've grown this haircut. And my psyche, I'm a clever guy, I'm a funny guy, I'm a guy that gets the job done. But beyond that, what else is there? There's this quiet awareness that recognises all of these phenomena moving through me like clouds in the sky. When you do this, a natural transformation begins to take place within you. Yes, you. Over time you observe this transformation, you will see what it's like to be coming towards God. You actually begin to know what it feels like to be moving in the direction of the Spirit. The changes you see within you are reflective of the force you're approaching. Just as rain makes you wet and fire makes you warm, so you can know the nature of God by looking into the mirror of your transformed self. This is not philosophy, this is a direct experience. So relinquish these temporary, transient values and notions. Begin to experience what is within you, and notice that you are connected to all things, whether or not you're getting stung on the dick by a little bumblebee, or whether or not you're living in a bear doing a wee-wee for art to make a comment. You have a direct relationship with nature that you don't have to step outside of yourself to experience, but step deep within yourself. That is some truths, that is some truths today. There is some truths, that is some truths today. The truth today for you. Dum 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 dum.